So in this video I'll be going through one of the infamous cases when it comes to anticipatory breach, and that is the White and Carter and McGregor case of 1962. So this case concerns an advertising contract. The plaintiffs were advertisers who sold advertising spaces on litter bins, and the defendant was somebody who was looking to advertise. So a contract was drawn up for 3 years that the plaintiffs would advertise on the litter bins for the defendant for 3 years at X amount of price. Now, the same day the contract was drawn up, that same day the defendant cancelled and terminated the contract. It was an anticipatory breach before it even gone through. He said that there's an intention to breach it. He does no longer want to be a part of it. I'm assuming that's a he. By he, I mean he or she. So the plaintiffs, instead of accepting this breach, because if they accepted this breach, then they would only get nominal damages, as so far there was no losses they had incurred in making this contract. So instead they chose to affirm the contract, and for 3 years they went around advertising on litter bins. And after 3 years they brought this case and they said that actually now we want to claim the contractual price because you haven't paid up, there was a breach, so this is what we're planning to do. Now what's more important than the facts is the judgment. That is that they were allowed to claim the contractual price and the damages because of this breach. Because the term, the contract that was breached, the term that was breached was a condition, so A was a really important part of the contract. But what's also what also was highlighted, that they, as the claimant's innocent party, they were not obliged to do anything to mitigate their losses, because if they were, then they should not have affirmed the contract in the first place. But they weren't obliged to do so, so that wasn't a problem. And neither, you can force an innocent party to accept your breach. They are allowed to continue on with the contract as if it was alive, and as long as they fulfill their obligations and they themselves are not in breach, then they can make a final claim, a higher claim at the end of the contractual period. Now, what strikes me with this case is that the entire contract was a waste of time and money, because White and Carter knew that McGregor was not going to pay up and he had no intention of being part of the contract. And does it really make commercial sense to allow such things? And it's because of such controversy in this case that Lord Reed provided limitations, and this will be discussed in my next video. But for this video I just wanted to do a quick summary of the White and McGregor case. Thank you.